What's going on, everybody? Packer Plug back, and today we're gonna be talking about Jordan Love, and if Jordan Love can make a run at the MVP in the 2024 NFL season, going into his technically his sophomore season. It's not a sophomore season because he's been in the league for I think about like 4 years now, but in terms of starting, it's still his sophomore season. Last year would count as his freshman season. His first year as a starter in 2023. He finished seventh in yards, second in touchdowns, 10th, 104th, sorry, in interceptions, and ninth in QBR. And he had a phenomenal season. The 2023 season was amazing for Jordan Love. I mean, you look at that touchdown stat, right? He was second, only behind Dak Prescott. To have the success he had this first season was incredible. I think it was something that none of us Packer fans really thought he was going to have. I mean, we didn't expect him to be horrible. We didn't expect him to be what he was, though, and do what he did. To finish second in touchdowns, I would have never guessed that. I was very hopeful for him, and I've always thought highly of Jordan Love. I've always been very hopeful. I've always been optimistic, but I didn't think he'd finish second in touchdowns. I didn't think he was going to have over 4,000 yards and over 4,000 passing yards. And to get into the playoffs and not only beat the Cowboys, but also get to the 49ers and be in it toe-to-toe right until that fourth quarter was something I don't think many people expected. And so now it makes you wonder if he can potentially win an MVP this next season. You know, in terms of the competition, you're looking at Dak Prescott, you're looking at Lamar Jackson, you're looking at Brock Purdy, all dudes who are going to be just as good probably this next season, if not better, because their teams have only gotten better. The Cowboys, you could argue, maybe won't be as good, but still, you could definitely say that a lot of these teams are going to be better, if not at the same level they were at. And Jordan Love is the same case. He's going to be better because his roster has definitely gotten better. You lost Aaron Jones, but Aaron Jones didn't play much last season. He played about maybe half the season, maybe a little bit under. He was still a big part, but didn't play much due to injury. And now you let go of Aaron Jones and you pick up Josh Jacobs. So it's gonna be a whole new team. You pick up some great offensive players in the draft. And these receivers are only going to be healthier. Christian Watson's going to be back and healthy, and hopefully he could stay healthy. And all these receivers are going to be a year older now. So this team is only getting better. This offense is only getting better. They're younger. They're going to be more experienced coming to this next season. Jordan Love's going to also know what to expect going into his second season. You know, they say the sophomore slump, but you got to wonder if that's going to happen with Jordan Love because this guy sat behind Aaron Rodgers for multiple years. So he's not a rookie coming off his rookie season and going into the sophomore season. He's a guy who's been around the league for a while, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing in most cases. I don't think there's going to be a big sophomore slump. I think he's going to come back and he's going to play just as well as he did last season because the schedule is not too crazy. I think he could potentially lead the league in touchdowns. I think he could potentially just come back and just hit the same beats that he hit last year and grow in that performance. And yeah, you're looking at an MVP. In terms of who else I think he'd be competing with, I don't think Brock Purdy is going to have the same season he had last season. I do think Dak Prescott will, because Dak Prescott has proved to us time and time again that he's been able to play at that high level, and he's done it multiple seasons, and I think he's going to come back and be just as fine. As much as people like to say Dak Prescott is he's not clutch and he can't close out games, he can't win playoff games, he's not good in big moments. Well, he's good in the regular season, and that's where you win your MVP. You don't win the MVP in the playoffs. You win your MVP in the regular season, and that's what Dak Prescott's good at. Lamar Jackson, of course, he's going to be phenomenal. He won the last MVP, and he has multiple MVPs now too. So there's no doubt about him coming back next season and playing phenomenal. We have no doubt about it. If Jordan Love can come and have a better season than he did his first season, I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, who else could win an MVP? Maybe C.J. Stroud could compete for an MVP. He played pretty phenomenal. But yeah, Jordan Love, you have a better season than you had your first season, and you finish first in touchdowns. There's a high possibility you could win. You could win MVP, and you're winning games, and you get a lot of yards. You could win a MVP, Jordan, and I think he will. I think he's gonna be in the conversation at least. I won't say he will because I mean, you just never really know what's going to happen. But I think he's going to come back, have a phenomenal season, and I think the Packers are going to go far. I think he's going to make it competitive, and it's going to be a fun season. It's going to be a fun season to be a Green Bay Packer fan, especially coming off that last season and just being as good as they were and how good this division is going to be. So the game's going to be competitive. I don't think we're going to blow teams out. I don't think we're going to dominate the division as much as I'd love that. I'd love to see the Packers dominate the division and close it out and go to the playoffs and win every game. I think a lot of games this season are going to be competitive. I think our division is going to be tight with Bears getting Caleb Williams, and the Detroit Lions only getting better and almost getting the Super Bowl last year. The Vikings are the one team you could say like maybe they won't be as good and maybe they won't be as competitive. But I mean, man, they're still the Vikings, and they're still trying to build what they're trying to build down there with their rebuild, so they're going to be young and competitive. And they're not going to give it up, especially with 3 other teams being as solid as they are. This is going to be a tough division. I think Jordan Love is primed for it. I think Jordan Love is ready for it. You look at how hard he's been working this offseason. Jordan Love can potentially be the 2024 NFL MVP, and I wouldn't be surprised just because I'm a big Jordan Love supporter, and I know how hard that dude works, and you see him on social media. You see him in these interviews, talks about his work ethic and how incredibly humble this guy is. I have no doubt this guy's working his ass off to go have another phenomenal season. And the way he talks in interviews, I mean, he was talking in an interview a while back ago how about this team, can't fall in the excuse of, like, they're young. Like, that is out the window. You are expected now to go and win a Super Bowl. That is the expectation, especially being in Green Bay. Last season, you got all the way up against the 49ers when no one expected that. Now everyone expects you to go and be dominant. And I have no doubt they're going to go do that. It's going to be a fun season to be a Packer fan. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be fun to see Jordan Love and how he plays in these young receivers and this defense too. New defensive coordinator. I have no doubt the Packers are going to make a deep run in the playoffs, and Jordan Love is going to keep it competitive for the MVP. My guess is he wins MVP. Again, I'm a Packer fan, though, so of course I'm going to say that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. Leave a comment, leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. Let's go. We just hit 200 subscribers, so I'd like to thank everybody that has subscribed. I appreciate you for following the Packer Plug and be a part of this channel that we're building and this fan base, subscriber base that we're building. I'm going to start doing live streams, more shorts, more videos like these, keeping you updated all throughout the offseason, going into the preseason, going into the regular season. Couldn't be more excited for this season, guys. Let's get it. Go Pack, go Packer Plug. Out.